Good evening and welcome to Modern Spiritualists. I'm Aeson Knight, and of course, joining me today is the legendary Miss Hazelfly. How are you, darling?
Oh, I'm okay, apart from my little surprise that was dumped on me earlier on.
Well, they weren't exactly dumped, they were delivered.
Yeah, well, he's fast asleep, so.
Yeah.
Oh,
And it's so good to have him in the house, I bet.
oh, it is. It is. And I bet you had a shock when you picked up when you answered. He was like, "What's going on?"
Well, I didn't have a shock. I'm actually glad I answered. Because literally, honey, I had just come home from, like, if you'd called me 5 minutes earlier, you would have gotten my gym back. But, you know, it's lovely to see him. He's wonderful.
He's so when he's ready for bed, he knows it's time for bed.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't complain. Let's see how long he sleeps, though.
Let's see. I'm going to say about 4 hours.
If he sleeps 4 hours, you better run, because I'm going to hunt you down.
Okay. Come on over. I'll have tea ready and a bottle ready. No big deal. They're up in the cabinet. I can get them.
Hi, Shannon. Hi, Brenda.
Oh,
I'm just
Shannon.
saying, I'm babysitting. He was literally passed to me.
Right.
So he's fast asleep in bed. So if I disappear, you'll understand where I've gone, but I will be back.
Right. We just take a break and we'll get our new little co-host a little early.
He's only 6 weeks, but God, he got some bloody lungs on him.
Well, he's got, I'm sure.
You heard him.
Barely. Like, he hadn't gone into full demand mode yet. He was just going, I'm a little hungry, Mama.
Oh, I'll have to send some updated photos.
You'll have to call a photographer.
You want to see my living room? There's baby's things everywhere. I've got his crib. I've got his swing.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a play mat.
Uh-huh. Do you have a bouncy?
Sorry?
Do you have the bouncy?
No, they don't do bouncies over here no more. They have electric swings.
Oh, good gravy. Like, that's how you build up your calves after pregnancy, is just sitting there tapping a bouncy on them.
I'd prefer the bouncy.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Do they make the little walker things anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a little young for that, but get him in that as soon as possible.
Well, we also do something called a jumperoo over here. Have you heard of a jumperoo? It's a bit like a walker design, but it stays still.
Uh-huh.
But it's got bouncy seat.
Okay.
So they bounce up and down on the floor, but all around them they've got a massive, like, flowers and cars and...
Ah, cool. Like, we didn't have that.
No.
Like, the walkie thing was the newest thing.
And, like, I changed him.
Mm-hmm.
He started peeing, so right, a wet wipe over the willy.
Uh-huh.
And then he started pooing at the same time, and I was like, oh, just let it happen.
Yeah.
Just carry on, let me know when you're finished.
Exactly. Now, I have a question for you.
Go on.
Because, we were both raising children in another generation.
Yes.
You were changing the nappy. Did you get confused and start looking for pens too?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Because I'm the oldest out of all my brothers and sisters.
Mm-hmm.
My oldest, they range from the age of, I'm 50, so from 4, there's only 9.5 months between me and my sister.
Uh-huh.
So
You're
between,
twins.
near enough, but we just don't get on.
Right.
So between her and my youngest sister, I think there's 18 years.
Right.
So I helped raise them.
Right.
And then when it came to my own, I was like, I want terry towel in nappies. And my mum was like, no, get disposables. They're easier. And the first time I had a disposal, I was like, what do I do? Where did this go? Where did that go? Give
Uh-huh.
me back the old terry towel in once.
Uh-huh. You know, they're returning to those in a lot of areas because it's better for the skin.
Do you know, I'd prefer to go back to them because they are so much more, I'm going to say, cleansing.
Yeah, and you have less skin issues, less diaper rash.
Yeah.
You know, and all that fun stuff. And it's like, when I got a new baby to play with,
Yeah.
in the new generation, I'm like, what the hell's half this shit?
Yeah.
You know, because it was time to change, and I went and got the washcloths and warmed them up, got them all, 2 soapy ones, 1 wet one, 2 dry ones. You know,
And it's like, baby's milk. How expensive is baby's milk now?
over here, close to $50 a container.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. And heaven help if they got a sensitive stomach.
We've got over here, we got a shortage of baby powder at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know if you guys have it over there. A lot of people over here use reborn dolls.
Mm-hmm.
And people are buying formula from. And I'm like, but then you're taking the formula from the babies that actually need it.
You're right.
So I don't know.
The one we used to use in pounds is 36.77 pounds sterling.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous. If I now, I'm going to probably have a lot of jip for this. But if I seen a parent pushing a pram that stole baby milk from a supermarket, I would turn my eye to it.
What'd you see? I didn't see anything.
Because obviously it's so expensive, people can't afford it.
Yeah. And, you know, I'll get, y'all guys know where to send your hate mail to. It's called complaint department at We Don't Care.
Yeah.
Goat's milk, baby.
The thing is, goat's milk over here is expensive as any other powdered milk for babies.
Mm-hmm.
See? Brenda knows. And I think most people would do the same.
Right. I just can't believe the shortages we're in.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pathetic.
And over here, I don't know, maybe over there they don't have it. We have what's called Wix. It feeds the mama, then it feeds the baby, then it feeds the mama and baby up to 5.
No, I've never heard of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, and like, this is, do you know, that bottle alone now costs £15.
Uh-huh.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and it has got the little plastic thing that goes inside it?
No. Oh, yeah, at the bottom.
No, it's like a liner.
No.
Okay, cool.
That's dirty because that's the one I brought down from upstairs.
Yeah, that's his dinner.
That's his dinner, yeah.
Yeah.
But £15 for a bottle is atrocious.
Yeah, and they don't last.
No.
And nipples don't last. Like, I hate those new nipples. Like, I don't know who came up with those dang things. Those are a pain to clean.
I don't, like, you've got to, when ours were kids, you just shoved it in their mouth.
Right.
Now you've got to put them in the flat bit first.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
He's laying up there like a zombie in that thing.
Right. He's okay.
He's
He's
fast asleep.
swaddled. But I think that's a cool thing. That's a really cool tool.
And like those me to you cribs, what are all them about?
Me to you cribs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you heard of them ladies?
Let me kid up the all power. Because I've seen the ones that like go from crib to toddler bed to half bed. I think those are really cool.
That's what we bought him for his bedroom.
Okay.
Because they wanted the furniture and it was £500.
Mm-hmm.
The cot bed, so it turns from a cot into a bed.
Right.
His wardrobe and all his drawers.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one, Brenda. Personally, I don't like them. Because I'm really old-fashioned in the way that I think a baby should be in their own cot.
Yes.
I just think having them next to the bed, the way these me to you cribs are, is going to cause a lot of anxiety when it comes to them going in their own cot.
Well, not only that, but I don't know. Mine would roll at a certain age.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And I think maybe brand new baby that you're feeding every 4 hours, 2 ounces at a time, or 1 ounce at a time every hour, depending on the baby. You know, every baby feeds differently. I could see that.
Yeah.
Okay. But I'd prefer a bassinet.
Yeah.
Because there ain't no rolling any dang where.
No.
Or the cat knocking things into the crib, or the remote falling in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's now fast asleep.
Yay.
Thank God. I forgot how hard he was.
It's okay. Just wait for that.
Sweet vodka.
Before you blink your eyes, you'll have some booming, deep voice and be looking at you going, Nan, I have to go to the club. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bloody crazy. But anyway, what's tonight's topic?
Resolution check-in. How y'all doing on those New Year's resolutions? Do you remember them?
I don't actually set them as such.
I do. I set them as goals for the whole year, my annual goals. And I'm doing pretty good with my morning routine. That was the one I wanted to get fixed. The weight loss goal, we're about there. Like, we're losing about a pound and a half a week.
And that's plenty, because if you look at that, over like a month, that's 4 pounds.
Very much so.
Over 2 months, that's half a stone.
Really? I've wondered how much a stone is. So it was...
A stone is 14 pounds.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. But no, I'm not to my 208 yet. We'll see. You know, we've been working on this for a couple years now. We're down 64 pounds.
See, and that's brilliant in itself.
Yeah.
So if you're down 64 pounds, let me work that out into stone for you.
Okay.
Where do we calculator? That's 4.5 stone. That's a hell of a lot, you know.
I know. Yeah, I had to buy a whole new wardrobe last year.
Yeah,
I'd like to buy a new one this year.
yeah. And you'll be buying a new one next year?
Exactly. Let's see. The other goals are doing pretty good. The networks are picking up and doing better. We only missed 2 shows, and that was just because of the facts of life.
Yeah.
So that's good. Business goals, so we're hitting those. Personal goals, we're hitting those. I'm taking an afternoon off. A full night doesn't work for me. I'd rather spread it out over a couple days. And I have a
And
trip planned in March.
good. Good, because you need that time as well. So where are you going?
Um, Joe's family is renting a cabin, and I think he plotted against me with his family.
Right?
Possible no cell service, guaranteed no internet. So if I come back with a half a book wrote, you know how the trip went.
And what date is that for me to write it in my calendar?
That is I'll tell you off air because it's a travel thing.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah.
But it doesn't affect any show. Well, it may affect one show. It may affect one of my shows, but the others will be fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because we all deserve a break.
Yes, we do.
All deserve a break.
I get bored.
Yeah.
Like it's like, what am I going to do? Well, I can't, because I'm up at night. I can't sew because that'll wake up the neighbors. Because, my sewing machine ain't the quietest. It's a 1947.
Is it a Singer machine?
It is not. It is a South Korea.
Oh.
Yeah, it is not a Singer, but it is old, single stitch, but loud. Loud.
Oh, bless you.
Yeah, so I don't do that. So we've decided that I'm going to work at night. And it's been doing well.
See, it's crazy, isn't it?
It is. So what about you?
I don't set myself New Year's resolutions because I feel it's too much for me to take on board.
Right.
But I've started healthy eating again. And what am I down? I think I'm 12 pounds down in 3 weeks.
Cool. Very cool.
So tonight I've just ate everything in sight because I haven't eaten.
That happens. Now, something I've been doing is I've been allowing myself 4 meals a day, a cup and a half of a food, and I've not been doing a lot of the cooking.
Yeah.
And here's why. Weirdly, we have found a lot of pre-made meals that have less calories than the food we cook.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is too easy. What am I doing here?
I found I like a lot of veggies.
Right.
So I make a lot of stews.
Cool. Very nice. That way they just cook for days.
Yeah. And then if I've got some left, I put it in a container and put it in the freezer for another day.
Now, something I've been doing with that is I've been doing individual servings.
Yeah. You're so right, Brenda.
And she's been smashing that goal.
Oh, God.
But also something I don't think people do is I don't think they take time to write the why.
Yeah.
Why am I doing this? Why do I want to lose weight? Why, what is the root reason for wanting to increase? I'll give you my 2 big goals. I want to increase my business 30%.
Yeah.
Overall. And, I want to get to 208. My reason why for 208 is I'm tired of my sugar medicines.
Yeah.
Okay. And I want to get up and move. So, there's that. Too much peopling is one of the things. Too much peopling. Here's the thing with peopling. You can take them in doses, but there's a trade-off, and I love this trade-off. If I do 2 hours of peopling, I get 4 hours of me time, uninterrupted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you've got that energy expansion there.
With me, I'm just going with the flow this year because my main thing is to get my iron level under control.
Right.
Because that's rock bottom again.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't understand why when I have B12 jabs every 8 weeks.
Right.
So that's one of my priorities, and just to lose weight the way I'm doing it.
Right. And it's better to do it natural.
Yeah.
Not doing these in, okay. I'm getting out the soapbox. Please don't be doing stupid diets. Here are some of the stupid diets. Y'all guys remember the grapefruit craze of the 80s?
Yeah.
It's been rewrote to be the watermelon craze.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you remember the egg diet?
I do. Or the cabbage soup diet.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, those are awful. They are so unhealthy. It's better to not restrict yourself on food. More so make healthy choices of food. And it's not a diet, it's a lifestyle change. Let's see here. Ooh, so one of Shannon's resolutions is trying to do more socializing that is not related to events she's helping in. And then and she likes her food too much to do the fad diets. That is so glad not to be doing fad diets because it'll mess you up. I've seen so many people, and they will lose massive amounts of weight. And then the yo-yo flips as soon as they get back on food.
And then you put more on top of what you were to start.
Right, because your body is going, oh my God, we got food. Pack it in. We may not have this protein later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just watching the wriggly worm because he's awake.
Okay. Do we need to take a break?
No, he's fine. He's just talking to himself.
Okay. Ooh, eating right for your blood type. I've not heard of that diet. I might look into that one, but there's always some gimmick.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's how, I used to skip breakfast and then I moved into having protein shakes in the morning, which are fabulous. I love my good protein shake. Now I'm doing eggs and an English muffin.
See, if I don't have breakfast, I binge throughout the day.
See, if I don't have breakfast, I don't eat at all throughout the day.
Right, yeah.
And then I binge. And it's like, what did I do that for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I've never heard of the Bible diet either.
So what, you eat a lot of fish, a lot of naan, a lot of fried breads, and a lot of olives? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, I don't remember the Bible diet. It must have not been that much of a fad.
I've never heard of it, so it must have been one that wasn't over here.
Right. And see, that's the thing with those, is they're not over there. Now, you guys have a lot more better information on food. I give give HSS their problems. But y'all's research is kick ass.
We give carrots to everything, to every animal.
Mm-hmm.
I eat loads of carrots.
Mm-hmm.
My son can't stand the taste of them, so he don't. But my granny always told me, if you eat carrots, you see in the dark.
Uh-huh.
And that's one thing that's always stuck with me.
Uh-huh. No, carrots, I'm not a fan of them, although I saw a recipe I'm really thinking about trying. A carrot and raisin salad.
Yeah. Yeah.
That looks interesting.
But carrot and basil soup is nice as well.
Interesting. I haven't done that one.
That's really nice.
Yeah. Now, what happens when you get tired of a goal or tired of a priority? I like that word better, priority. Like I'm sure there's a lot of them out there that tried resolutions and it's like, this don't fit. Like, God, I can't do this. Then you have to go back to your why statement.
That's why I think it's better not to tell people, because then people hold you to it.
Right. Well, I don't think you should do public. Like, don't announce it to your Facebook page.
Yeah.
But I think you should have an accountability partner.
Yeah.
And, if it's health-based, gym-based, get a trainer.
Yeah.
They're not a drill sergeant. I love my trainer. I see him every Monday at 3:30, and he does all the check-ins. And then it's like, so what do you want to do? And it's like, let's do the routine. Let's get it down. And they can evaluate you on a much bigger level, especially, and this is why, especially if you have a weight loss goal. You can lose weight but gain weight on the scale.
That's how my son is. He'll do his weight and then he puts on weight rather than lose it.
Yeah, and then you lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's like really human body.
Yeah.
And see, part of that is you have to change your mindset too.
Yeah.
Like, as you lose weight, you really have to be with it. Because if you think like you're 400 pounds, you're going to act like you're 400 pounds. You're going to feel like you're 400 pounds. But if you remember, I'm not 400 pounds anymore.
Yeah.
I'm, whatever weight you are.
This is going to sound so judgmental, but how many times have you seen somebody walk down the street and their clothes are too small for them? And you think, I wish you took that time to look at yourself to realize you need the next size up, which will make you look so much better.
Right. Well, I see the opposite a lot of times too.
When clothes are too big.
Very too big.
Yeah.
Like super baggy sweatshirt that just, and it's like, did you bother? For me, it's always like, did you borrow your mother's or daddy clothes?
But over here, oversized sweatshirts are the thing.
I know. And oversized jeans over here are the thing. And I'm like, oh, God, get them out. Take you shopping for real clothes. Like,
see, I like the longer jumpers to hide my belly.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's where most women think like that.
Right. Most men, I don't think, ever go clothes shopping. The number of men I have had to take shopping and teach them how to buy clothes is scary. Like, I should charge at this point.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I've had this since I was in high school. Burn it.
Yeah.
If it is double digits in age, burn it. It has asbestos.
Yeah. And I'm one, I won't buy brand new clothes. I'll buy secondhand.
Understandable.
The only time I have new clothes is if they bought for me for Christmas.
Right. Right now I'm buying new clothes, but I'm buying them through, what's that orange app? You like it. You order a lot of stuff out of it.
Temu.
And here's why. I am tired of dressing like buying the same clothes I've been buying for 40 years.
Yeah.
That haven't changed.
Do you have Vinted over there?
No.
Oh, see, Vinted is brilliant.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I sell so much on Vinted,
Uh-huh.
and you can buy for so cheap as well.
Right. Yeah. But you guys get more name brands over there than we do too.
Yeah,
Like you get all the French brands. We don't.
yeah.
Like we're still getting George. And, let me see, there's George, there's Active, there's Reebok, and there's Nike. And it's like I am tired of all these brands of clothes.
We got like Adidas, Wrangler,
Mm-hmm.
Fred Perry,
Mm-hmm.
Puma,
Mm-hmm.
and that's just a few of them. Like we got La Roudette.
Yeah, we don't have that.
No, Top Man. We have so many big clothes firms and
Right.
companies, but I can't understand how somebody can pay £400 for a pair of jeans.
I have to translate that. Give me a moment. Those jeans better come with leather studded boots.
Yeah.
$500 for a pair of jeans?
Yeah.
Nah. I don't even pay that for my Levi's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Like, okay. Give me a moment to do the math. My leather boots, leather pants, silk shirt, leather vest was half that.
Yeah.
And that was custom. Like,
Yeah.
all of it was custom.
Clothes over here are so expensive. Like my basic jeans that I've got on,
Mm-hmm.
and they are just basic store jeans. They were £25.
Yeah. Now, that sounds about right for a pair of good jeans. Yeah, that's what we pay.
Yeah, it's extortionate.
Yeah. Um, Now, the reason I like Levi Strauss is because they'll buy their jeans back.
Yeah, yeah. And with Levi's, you know you're buying quality.
Right. And they will last. You can put them through Hades.
Yeah.
Like, believe me, you can put them through some Hades. Like all the coal miners here normally buy Levi's because you can put them through Hades.
Yeah.
And the reason you guys are asking why we're talking about prices of clothes and how this has to do with resolutions, it's rewarding yourself.
Yeah.
Buy yourself those expensive clothes. Not insanely, but invest in them as you hit your milestones.
Every time I lose 2 stone, I buy myself a new pair of Nikes.
Nice. A piece of clothing that a lot of people don't think they need to replace. But most likely that's the first place that most people lose weight is their feet.
Yeah.
And their hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one place I would like to lose weight, I never can.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the ladies in the comments will understand what I mean.
Well, honey, I will quote a famous person. Don't ever lose your assets.
But they're so nuisance. They get in the way of everything.
I understand. Like, you got to realize your genetics probably have you predetermined to be in a corset.
Could you imagine me in a corset? I wouldn't be able to see the floor.
I can imagine you in a corset and you don't need to see a floor. And that's something highly much that pops in and you have to understand about your body is genetics.
Yeah.
Understanding your genetic profiles. And and what's healthy for that genetic profile is something I think people need to start looking at more. Because, go.
I used to, at one time, just sit and eat crisps and chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day, I was sat working and I had pains all down my arms.
Mm-hmm.
That was like a wake-up call.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what done it for me.
I think what done it for me was looking in the mirror and not recognizing me.
Yeah.
And said, enough.
And I've just realised by working on a different laptop tonight, how much different I look on this laptop compared to my iMac.
Yeah, I like this one better.
I like this one better. But next week, you're all going to have a shock because I'm having my hair cut short Friday.
I know. That'll look amazing.
I need to. I got to show you. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Can you? Oh, look at him.
Barely. But he looks so sweet. There you go. There you go. Sound asleep.
That's why I keep looking up, ladies, because I've got him up there where I can see him.
Yeah. And you can keep an eye on him.
I can.
Yeah. But
I can, bless him.
You got to get to your whys. You got to make your rewards. And I'm talking small rewards. I'm not talking about going out and buying new Calvin Klein wardrobe every time you lose 15 pounds.
Is Calvin Klein expensive with you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything with a name brand's expensive here.
I suppose you have Gucci over there as well, don't you?
Yes. I love a good pair of Gucci.
I love a Gucci bag. I can never afford one, though.
Well, honey, when you come to the U.S., make sure you come through New York, go down to to have a long layover, go down to 22nd Street, and you get all the Gucci you want.
Really?
Really? For like $5 and $10. Now, granted, it may say goofy, but it's still Gucci.
I see.
Yeah, but have fun with it. Get creative. The other part is making sure that you can track.
Yeah.
Having a simple tracker, like boxes online, the goal in your tracker when you're doing it.
I've got an app.
Yeah.
And it's connected to my weighing scales.
Oh, how cool.
So every time I weigh, that updates on the app.
Mm-hmm.
And then I either sit and smile or sit and cry, one or the other.
See, but I think you need to do both.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you got to look and say, okay, what's causing this?
Yeah. I know next week I won't lose because I'm out for a meal Friday and I'm out for a meal Saturday.
Why not?
Shut up. Do you think I'd go out for a meal and eat a jacket potato when they serve burgers and chips?
No, but I'm not saying that. I'm saying that, okay, so we're going to get burgers and chips.
Yeah.
Okay, what's on our burger?
Salad.
Awesome. So.
Sorry.
You're good.
Right, that's sorted.
Awesome. So you're going to do burger and fry. So what we're going to do is we're going to have burgers and fries. And we're going to take home half a burger and fry. No? Okay. No doggy bag.
If I'm paying for service of waitress, I am going to enjoy what I eat.
And that's great.
But then, because we're out for a meal for birthdays, not mine, but a very close friend's.
Right.
And we are both on the diet together, sort of thing, the healthy eating together.
Right.
So we've both said we'll have 1 week off.
Okay.
Because it's her birthday.
Uh-huh.
Well, say 1 week, we'll have the Friday and Saturday off.
Uh-huh.
And then we get back to it.
And see, that's also good. Like, that's a good play there.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean we sit and eat 3 pizzas in 72 hours.
No, because my plan is to just have my breakfast as normal, not have lunch,
Okay.
but enjoy my tea when we're out for a meal.
Let's change that a bit.
Go on.
We're going to have breakfast.
Yeah.
We're going to have a simple lunch.
I could have some fruit, couldn't I?
You could have some fruit. You could have a salad. You could have any, like, you want to eat that.
Yeah. What?
Y'all don't do to-go boxes for leftovers.
No, we don't.
Okay.
We don't.
And then you have your meal, and I want you to set your watch when you're done with your meal for 4 hours. In 4 hours, you're going to eat something else. Because this is what occurs, and this is what people don't get, and my trainer had to explain this to me. When you do that skipping meal, it's like putting on the brakes.
Right.
The body triggers it and goes, we didn't get our food. We didn't get our food supply. Oh, goodness. Oh, here comes it is. Well, let's save it.
Yeah.
Instead of, oh, more food's coming, more food's coming.
That makes sense.
But no, that's some of the strangest stuff. It's like, I know right now, it's a lot of, at least my feed is full of this crap. Of intermediate fasting.
Yeah.
The only thing that does is slow down your metabolical speed.
Yeah. I don't agree with fasting for like 14 hours as they advise.
Right.
Because then for the other 10 hours, you're eating so much, you're doing more damage.
Right. And your body doesn't know what to do with it.
No.
Now, I understand religious fasting, but that is within rules. Like, there is a lot of rules to religious fasting.
Yeah.
There is, we're not eating any animal meats, any animal products, but we're having veggies or we're having juices. Like, you're going to keep your body moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
It is. It is. Okay. So, any other thoughts about how to keep moving on your goals?
Have small baby steps rather than big jumps.
Yep. I love that one.
Because you're more inclined to hit your small baby steps and feel achievement than miss the big jump and feel that you failed.
Right. And add those baby steps.
Yeah.
My other one is nothing is perfect.
No.
Your goal is 80% of your goal. Meaning, like, if you're planning to eat healthier or you're on a strict 1,800 calorie diet, and if you've gone below 1,800 calories and you're above 4 foot, you've got problems. Yeah. But anyway, let's go 1,800 calories. And that all goes fine and good. You have a day of shit. Like, everything has gone bonkers. The stove is broken to 5 pieces. The microwave has took a vacation. And, I don't know, your boyfriend decided to not talk to you all day.
Yeah.
Then guess what? Eat that bucket of Duncan Hines or Haagen-Dazs or whatever the ice cream is. And smile and go, you know what? Tomorrow's going to be better. I get the pleasure of shopping for a new stove.
Yeah. I always tell myself tomorrow's a new day.
Exactly.
And I stick by that.
Mm-hmm. I think that's why part of me does daily planning.
Yeah.
Is because it doesn't matter what happened yesterday. What's happening today?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can reset myself.
100%.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. All right, so we finished up the Battle of the Rose series, working on your love of yourself, and we're moving into differences of abilities, disabilities, and spiritual. Like, then the next March is going to be on different topics throughout. as far as like different things that people have asked us, different things we want to talk about.
Ladies, don't be afraid to ask us to speak about a topic,
Yeah,
because I believe March or April time we've got a
March the 14th.
March. Oh yeah, I've got that down, haven't I?
Yes.
March 14th.
Yep.
I haven't got it on my calendar. Oh, let me get a pen.
Yes. So next week we're talking, and this is going to be a hot topic. Be ready for it. The differences of abilities, disabilities, and spiritual collectiveness. Then on the 11th, we're going to be talking Project Blue Book, MI5 Government Studies of Psychic Abilities.
Right.
And then the 25th, which is my birthday week, it is not an international holiday, is the Divine Feminine, the Divine Masculine, and how you have both.
I think that's I wouldn't say a difficult one, but I think that comes down to how you dress as well.
I think it comes down to everything.
Yeah.
Like, not only how you dress, but how your personality is. Like, that divine masculine and divine feminine energy that, and one is more greater than the other in everybody.
Yeah.
Like, that'll be one that'll be a good spiritual dive conversation.
Oh, yeah. So did you mess up last night?
Yeah, no. My birthday is a national holiday.
Don't work that way, I'm sorry. We've only got one, so you've only got one.
What, birthday?
Yeah. Saying that, if the king don't get well, we could have a new takeover.
I wish him the best. It's not an easy journey, especially under the spotlight that he's under.
Yeah.
However,
he's going to get the best treatment out there.
He better. Yeah. Otherwise, I think heads should roll.
Yeah.
Throughout your country. And I think he's one that would.
But, this is going to sound harsh.
Mm-hmm.
And if people come for me, they come for me. Why should he be given special treatment when normal people can't get any treatment because they live in the wrong postcode?
See, that's the thing. And I think, this is going to sound terrible for me, and you know where your hate mail can be emailed to. I think this is going to change his perspective.
Yeah.
Okay. And even though he doesn't have the ability to influence, he does.
I'm just finding it difficult when this is going to sound harsh again.
Right.
He gets private treatment. He'll get private care. He won't have to do any waiting lists.
Right.
Whereas people over here
in
the area where Sandringham is, they have to wait up to 12 weeks to see a cancer specialist. Whereas he will get that appointment the same day.
Now, is that because he uses private care?
They get everything free, private schooling, private care, everything.
Right. But I'm saying, is that can you, you have your stationized normal insurance?
Yeah.
That your taxes paid for?
Yeah.
Okay, let's be very clear. One payer system, your taxes paid for.
Yeah.
Can you then buy a secondary insurance?
You can, but it's too expensive.
I understand.
If you've already got a diagnosis, no insurance company or no private healthcare will take you on.
Right. But before pre-existing.
Yes.
Okay. That's my question. Is like see that's the system I would prefer America to go to. Granted, it is not the best. However, and this is the difference between Sandrium and Oak Hill.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 different countries, 2 different systems. 12 weeks is great. How close is the hospital?
I'm lucky because I live by the hospital.
I know. I'm just asking. In your area, what is the farthest distance to a doctor do you drive?
It can be up to 3 hours.
We go up to 5, if not out of state.
Mm.
Okay. Like right now, to get to my doc, it's 5 hours away. That's my GP.
But could you move to one closer?
Could I? Yes. But then, meaning get another doctor?
Yeah.
No.
Right.
I went through 56 doctors to find a doctor that would accept me as a patient.
Right.
Okay. The next like if he can't handle me, the next place is an 8-hour drive and a 2-month wait, 2 months to get an appointment. Yeah, and that's just so you have a fever, or hi, this is your 6-month checkup. Why don't you need to come in and do your blood work?
But can you make an appointment easily to see a doctor?
No.
No, you can't over here either.
No. I've been waiting to see an eye doctor, which is private pay. I have to pay cash for. He's booked 6 months out.
Yeah.
And that's first appointment.
It's crazy. It really is. But over here, if you pay private, because obviously we've got the NHS, they do treatment on the NHS.
Right.
You can see a specialist, but you've got to wait up to 18 months.
Right.
But if you got the money to go private, you get seen the same day.
See, here it doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't matter. A lot of people have to go private pay because they can't afford the insurance or they're not provided insurance. So they don't even get the basic.
See, we can't get, like you have health insurance. We can't, there is no such thing as health insurance over here.
There is. What you get from HSA is 4 times better than what we're paying for here. Okay, if you walk into a hospital to the ER right now, you'll get seen. They don't have to here.
Right, I got you. But over here, they have to see you if you walk into a NHS hospital. Because no matter, even if you claim unemployment support, they still take a deduction from you to pay for your taxes, which then covers your treatment.
Right. We don't have that, honey.
See, it's crazy.
Yeah. It's like over there, you may wait 18 months to see a doctor. Over here, my insurance company interviewed 56 doctors, and all of them said no. See? My GP, anytime he tries to send me to a specialist, they can't book him. Sorry, there's no availability. Sorry, we can't have that. Sorry, I won't treat him.
That's crazy.
What about your prescriptions? Your meds?
We pay for them.
Okay, what's your iron pit met shot? How much does it cost you?
Because my B12 is life-saving treatment.
Right.
I don't have to pay for that. Because without B12, I would die.
Right.
So because that's seen as life or death, then I don't pay for that. But all our other prescriptions are, I think, £12 each.
One moment. Honey, I'll take that any day. I will take that any day.
How much are your prescriptions over there?
Depending on the prescription. My sugar medicine that would be classified under that clause and I wouldn't pay anything. The shots right now cost me $200 a month.
Oh, see, all that would be free.
And that's if they can get it. I'm now having to mail order it to be shipped to me.
See, over here, they've started a different way of doing it now for diabetics.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it's called, but it's like a ring that fits on your arm.
Yeah. I would love to have that one.
If you have that one over here, you do have to pay for it.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I can't even get the prescription.
That's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. And we're not even talking about like my other medications.
And that's life and death for you.
Yeah.
That is really stupid.
Right. Now, there was a current shortage of my sugar shots that I take once a week. 2 weeks I went without them. Do you know what my sugar shot up to within 3 days?
I bet they shot up a hell of a lot.
Oh, yeah. I was rocking 400s there for about 2 weeks. You know what the pharmacy said? Well, it's on back order. It's on back order. It's on back order.
That's pathetic.
Yeah.
Really, really is. It's like they haven't got time to listen to anything these days.
No, not at all. They're not. Our government literally tells the drug companies how much medicine to produce in a year.
Yeah.
And not one vial over.
See, we have trouble over here getting antibiotics.
We've had trouble with antibiotics. We have trouble with pain medicine. We have trouble with ADH medicine. We have trouble with diabetic medicine. We have trouble with weight loss medicines. We have trouble with getting basic prescriptions.
See, that's one thing they won't give over here is weight loss medication.
Understandable.
Because I've had so many arguments with the doctor.
Okay.
If you're an alcoholic or a drug addict, you get treatment.
Over here, that doesn't happen. Not unless you're wealthy and can be sent off to a camp.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't do camps over here.
Mm-hmm.
But for weight loss medication, you can't get it over here. But then I go in with the argument, well, it's not just obesity, it's overeating. And the doctor says, yeah, but you can stop that. And I'm like, well, no, it's a medical condition. The same as anorexia is a medical condition.
Mm-hmm.
So they can't just suit themselves with what they say.
Right. Right. But, you know, I never thought, you know, and like, you know, the cancer treatment King Charles is going through, I don't know what cancer treatment he's taking.
He got pancreatic cancer.
Okay. So, Dad had colon cancer.
Yeah.
He mortgaged the house.
But that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
Remortgage the house to
Right.
pay for the treatment, but yet he gets all his free because of who he is.
Right. But here it doesn't matter. You know,
Right.
him going to private care
Mm.
and getting his treatment, whether it's free or whatever, which sounds like over there, if he was a standard person, he may have to wait, but it's still covered.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I figure the system is in general is triaged.
Yes.
Okay. Which is a lot of people don't get triaged. You know, meaning like, okay, how important is this?
Yeah.
You know, is this it's a mole that isn't growing.
When we had COVID over here, all cancer treatment stopped.
Right. They had to.
I don't agree with that.
I do, but I think it's a personnel thing.
If cancer is life or death treatment at the end of the day.
Right.
So why take it away from somebody that's seriously ill because of COVID?
Because, honey, and it's the same reason why he's not doing public engagements. Those people were probably told to go on to immediate lockdown. Like, even taking them out of their home to transport them to treatment.
I still think there's a legal obligation there. Because people having babies still had babies.
Mm-hmm.
A&E was still open.
Mm-hmm.
But the cancer wards weren't.
Right. And that would be my suspicion on why it stopped, is it was too risky for them.
Mm. I suppose we got different views on that because I knew somebody in that position.
Right. And it's not that. I'm looking at the cost of the patient.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you can have a patient with a treatable cancer who's on treatment. Their success rate is 85%. Okay. They're transporting to the location. And I'm quite sure those wards aren't sealed wards.
Yeah, they are over here.
Okay. So they're sealed wards.
And the other thing was the cancer departments in our hospital are not actually in the hospital buildings. They've got their own buildings.
Right. Okay, so they've got their own buildings, their own cleaning system, their own air system. Right? Yeah. Okay. Let's say you've got a nurse, because all nurses were at max capacity.
Yeah.
Okay. She has to work an 8-hour shift on the COVID unit. And yes, Spotify's going to hate us for this. Too bad. And then she unsuits and goes and works that cancer unit.
True.
Okay. But she didn't, when she unsuited, she didn't notice that she took her gloves off wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I see where you're coming from.
So if we could pause the treatment for like 6 months, which occurs quite often, you know, if their stuff ain't right, they'll pause treatment. I'm
of the view of that cancer kept growing.
Right.
So either way, there was the ending was there, if you get what I mean.
Right. But which one do we want?
I would have preferred to have the treatment.
I know you would have.
And take that chance.
A lot of people would.
Yeah.
But the problem is the ones that were so delicate would have done the same.
Yeah.
When the ones that were so delicate, possibly.
But that should have been left down to the individual patient to make that decision.
Right. And, you know, I agree with that part. But at the same part, I think that they should have completely transferred service. And that would have been more costly. Yeah. But and when I'm saying costly, I'm not talking dollars and pounds.
Yeah.
I'm talking, that would have been like, they didn't have people to change bedpans. Like over here, they were like, I was waiting to get a phone call from the registry begging me to come in. And my license has been expired for a fucking decade.
Yeah.
Like that was the level of resources that we didn't have.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine the UK. I cannot imagine Italy. Like that was a war zone.
It was crazy here because my next door neighbor died of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And like when somebody passes over you, you watch them being taken out of the house as a mark of respect. But because of COVID, we couldn't. So we all stood in the windows.
Mm-hmm.
And to see, because over here, funeral directors use private ambulances.
Right.
They're just like black vehicles with private ambulance on the side of them. And to see that pull up and to see them getting out in the middle of the street and putting on their PPE
Right.
Then putting on another set of PPE on top.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so, they took the bed in, as they do.
Mm-hmm.
They brought the bed out with the body, and they had to spray themselves and the body and the bag. And it was like,
Okay. So you remember that experience?
yeah.
Okay. Times that experience times, I'm going to go 60 times 8.
It's crazy because my daughter-in-law, as you know, she's a midwife.
Right.
And she had to, this is what they were doing over here, crazy. She had to go on to the COVID wards.
Mm-hmm.
They would have to change in the hospital
Mm-hmm.
before they went on to the ward,
Mm-hmm.
leave the ward and walk through a sprayer,
Mm-hmm.
and then change again, dump her clothes
Mm-hmm.
in the hospital
Mm-hmm.
for them to then seal up for her to bring home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That is, I will say this gracefully, because I still know a lot of nurses in the field. That is 5-star treatment of your nurses.
Yeah.
That's not what they were doing here.
See.
All right, guys, let's wrap this up. I'm going to be on my normal midnights. I'm also going to be popping on and off during the day all week. What about you?
I'll be logging off soon for bedtime because it could be a long night. But I'm back to my normal. I'm working as normal.
Awesome.
Even if I have to have my little man by the side of me and me rocking him.
Uh-huh. We've done it before, baby doll. We've done it before.
We have. That's something we used to, is multitasking.
Yep. All right, guys. We'll see you later. Bye, y'all.